sensory enrichment activities and self-regulation in students with autism. Children with autism as a group known to have mild to severe touch, sound, taste, and smell sensitivities. The boundaries between sense regions, touch, vision, auditory, appear to be blurred. In addition, the connectors between regions are thicker than in children without autism. As a result, they struggle to process and interpret sensory input they receive. To help students with autism, therapists use exposure to sensory input as the primary intervention. It could be environmental enrichment protocol that they can use, sensory enrichment intervention, or sensory diets. Our project was focused on the sensory enrichment activities as it does not require a protocol, it's not structured, very flexible, and very easy to implement at school. Sensory enrichment intervention is a form of therapy prescribed and supervised by the therapists. And it uses two or more senses concurrently, which results in a significant reduction of the discomfort that the autistic brain experiences. By using sensory enrichment intervention, it is possible to stimulate brain plasticity in a way that enables the brain to make new connections. The good news is that the brain is like a muscle. The more you use it, the better it does. And just as a workout can help develop better muscle tone, exercising the sensory pathways in the brain can help the brain improve its ability to process the real world more comfortably. One of the chapters of the book, Hands-on Activities for Children with Autism and Sensory Disorders, the author of the book is Teresa Garland, describes sensory enrichment activities. These activities are just fun, hands-on activities for sensory desensitization and sensory immersion. The desensitization techniques are used to slowly acclimate a child to sensations that irritate him. It could be a loud noise, a light touch on the skin, or the taste of the food. The immersion techniques are used to give a child enough sensory input, satisfy the need for sensation in a child who craves it, and provide pleasant, calming input for the oversensitive child. There are some examples of the sensory desensitization activities we practiced in our classroom. Touch desensitization activities. Cutting and pasting with a glue stick, making collages with paper using a glue stick and the school glue, making mosaics, making colorful dough, making cookies. Food taste and smell desensitization activities are the following: making pictures and drawings using all kinds of foods, making scented flowers, growing your own plants. Um, Sound desensitization activities, reading aloud, recording sound effects, making silly songs. Examples of the touch immersion activities. Students may find pleasure in various properties of the objects, particularly natural objects. Glass, tile, stone, and metal are smooth and cool to the touch. Fiber, like yarn, is soft and warm. Bread dough is gooey. Wood makes the transition from rough to smooth as we sandpaper it. Wood is cool to touch, but less so than metal and glass. Seeds, beads, and small stones can be manipulated between fingers. Finger food could be dry, bread, crackers, wet as peaches and melon, hot and cold, firm and mushy, for example, bananas and French fries, oily and messy as barbecue chips. So, in conclusion, the sensory enrichment intervention plays an important role in improving the emotional well being, motor skills, memory, concentration, communication skills, and it enhances the sensory profile. That's from the research of, of therapists and doctors. A quality of life shows a marked improvement as the students perceive affection, support, and respect in the procedure. What we have noticed after implementing those sensory enrichment activities, after working with our students on sensory enrichment activities, we noticed that our students looked calm, happy, and focused. They got better in establishing and maintaining eye contact. They also demonstrated stronger willingness and readiness to learn and behave well. Thank you so much for listening. Have a beautiful day.